Welcome to What's in the Bag, where we give the voice to the voiceless and we let you say whatever is on your mind. My name is Marvina and I am your host.
Good morning to all my early birds. Welcome to What's in the Bag Saturday Morning Coffee with Marvina. Here we give the voice to the voiceless and we let you say what is on your mind. What's up, all you early birds and all you ones that's looking at this late? Well, good morning. Good morning. We are here. Get ready to have some wonderful topics. And let you, of course, I ain't going to introduce you, girl. What? My co-host and BFF, Eva.
Good morning. What's in the bag, family and friends? And what's up, BFF? What's up?
What's up, girl? What's up? Well, today I decided I'm going to have a little tea today. I'm not even going to coffee. I don't know if it's the pollen or whatever, but I thought I needed to give my little throat a little soothing this morning. So I went on and had me a little. You crazy, girl. I just happened to have me a little tea this morning. What about you, girl? What you got?
Of course, I'm having me some coffee. You know me. I have to kickstart my day with a cup of coffee. I am drinking Green Mountain hazelnut coffee. Yeah. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it.
Don't sleep on it. Yeah, it's good. It's good coffee. Yes, it is. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have that one next time. Okay. But anyway, guess what we're going to do? We're going to communicate. We're gonna have a great topic today. Today we're going to talk about what? The slap.
Heard around the world.
Everywhere. Everybody's talking about the slap. The slap.
Yes, but you guys have not heard the opinions of VV.
That's right. They haven't heard us yet. Well, this was against Will Smith and Chris Rock. I'm just like, when I heard about it, believe it or not, I didn't even see it. I heard about it the next day. I was just hearing it back and forth. I think you even said something to me about it.
I did because I was a little shocked. I was watching the Oscars and at first I thought it was scripted. I'll be honest. At first I was like, yeah, but then when it happened, I said, wait a minute, he actually slapped that man.
Slapped him.
Yeah. And then once the shock wore off, I actually became incensed about it. You know me. I feel that there's a time and a place for everything. And then on a night of nights,
right,
a night that was a first in the history for African Americans, you choose to do this. Now, come on, you guys know each other on a personal level. I'm pretty sure you guys hang out in areas that we don't hang out at. You couldn't walk up to this man in some other setting. You couldn't go and ring his doorbell and handle your business. But for whatever reason, it suited him or made him feel good to puff his chest and ruffle his feathers and do it in front of the world. Okay, but now you're getting the backlash and all of that. And at the same token, you know me, I feel like even though you are a couple, you still need to be your own person in that. Yeah. You need to have some individualism. You need to be individual.
Well, you know how I feel about it. I mean, I don't think it was right. Do I think it was right? I don't know if it was an ego thing. I don't know why, but when I seen
look at your face. Look at you can't even get it out here.
When I seen the look that his wife gave him, it was like, I guess he said, uh-oh. A familiar look. You know how we women are.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
Let me say this. You know how us women are.
How we's can be.
We's can
I'm
be.
gonna go ahead. We's
So,
can be.
You
Yeah.
know that there was some issues they was having going on back when or whatever. But I guess when he seen her looking at her in that way, it like I gotta do something.
So now
I'd rather take the consequences of dealing with what these people gonna say about me than go home to my wife.
With my wife. So okay, so now let's jump in. So let me jump in right in there. Because remember when I said that this is a 3-parter. You know, a lot of people are looking at the 2-part, but there's a 3rd part. The 3rd part is Jada. She is the one that was instrumental in this. Because if you guys go back and look at that, Will was leaned back in his chair. He was laughing. He was ha ha ha. And Jada looked at Chris, and then she turned and looked at her husband. Like, I know. And I could use a different word, but in her mind, it's like she did that. She telepathed it to him. Like, I know doggone well you're not sitting up here laughing at this.
Okay.
And then Will gets up he looks at her, then he gets up from his seat. And then in that time frame that he gets up, it's like and he goes up to the stage. In that, it's a lot that can happen in the mindset, like what you said. God done it. Now I got to go up here and show my behind in front of everybody.
Yes.
And it was a movie. It was a movie back in the day. I think it was House Party, where the man said, I got to fight every day to prove my love to you. It was that or Color Purple. It was one of them. It was one of those movies.
Yeah.
But she puts him into a position. Now, this is my opinion. I'm on the outside looking in like the rest of the world. We on the outside looking in because they allow us to be in their world. Like, they put their whole relationship on display for the world. That's number one. That's number one. You want to be more private and more successful. Keep some things to yourself. Everything is not for everybody, but okay, you putting it out there on the world for the world to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and speak my piece on it. Emasculation. She, in my opinion, she is constantly emasculating this man. So you take a cup. It's just like anybody else. You take a cup. For some of us, the cup is half full, and some of us, the cup is half empty. Will Smith's cup went to half full, and then each different thing that occurs, his cup got fuller and fuller and fuller until it just spilled over for the world to see. If his cup wasn't so full and he wasn't dealing with so many other things, the Tupac, the Agostina issue, all of this, the entanglement issues and all these other things, I think Will may have made a more decisive choice about how he would handle things. And I don't think it would have been when he gets up and goes in and basically assaults a man, because he got to take the slap out and take and do assault.
But this, you know, this isn't like something that just popped up. This is something that Chris Rock and others had done to her before. This is not, and I get it. You know, I'm not, nobody needs to get smacked. Nobody needs to be picked on. No one needs to be into those things. But this is not the first time her name was pulled up and been talked about for something, you know, and put out there again. So for me, I understand that, you know, maybe she got a stronghold over her. I think they got a stronghold over each other, if you ask me, because they're doing all kinds of stuff. They're still together. I mean, we're talking about how he's doing his wife or whatever, what she's doing to him, whatever, but they're still together. Okay, whatever the issue is. But this is the second time that they did this to her. And
third time.
It was third time. Okay, so why is all the people in the front, why is she being picked on?
Okay, so now you said something. I mean,
I don't know. But the thing was, for every action, there's a reaction.
Now this is true. This is true.
I mean, I don't know if I would have got up and slapped him. I know I wouldn't have. But sometimes I be wanting to. I'm just wanting to.
I think we all do. That's human nature. You want to just sometimes just go slap dog. What?
Well, you know, what is your problem? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With my wife.
I wanted to last week. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. But what?
And I know you did. I know you wanted to the other day.
Yeah, but did he know about the alopecia issue? Were they friends before this? Because his face expression, he forgave him before he even sat down.
Yeah. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you something. My hat goes off to Chris Rock. Chris Rock gets I would give him the award of the year. And I'll tell you why. Because that could have went so many different ways. Now I'm gonna paint you a picture. People I know, you slap me, I'm gonna slap you back.
You gonna
it's
slap
just
him back.
We grew up, and Marvina can attest to this. We all grew up in an era where don't bring your house in this house, somebody hit you, and you didn't handle your business. You got locked out until you handled your business.
Exactly.
This man got slapped and humiliated in front of the world, but he did not retaliate. He put his hands behind his back and he handled it differently. Even when, I don't know if you guys saw the interview with Will Packer, even when the Oscars security asked Will Smith to leave, and he wasn't going to leave, they were going to have him escorted out. Chris Rock said no. He felt that he would not add to another black man being escorted out of somewhere in handcuffs on display for the world to see. And I applaud him for that. He also said that it was an important night for Will, and he didn't know if he was going to win or lose, but he felt that he should be there.
Yeah.
So I applaud him, because not so many people take out the time to stop and think before they react. And it's funny. Our pastor spoke on that one time about think before you react. And it's hard for people to think before they react. I am a work in progress, so I know that it's hard to sometimes think before they react.
It's not hard for me to think before I react. That sometimes I feel like I think too much before I react, and I wish I just went on and took
you're the one that helped me, because I remember one time, and I can use this as an example, naked and not ashamed. I said somebody got on my nerves so bad I let some stuff come out my mouth, and my BFF at that time it was over 10 years, said to me, Yvonne, I am shocked at you. I am so shocked. You said, I don't like or agree with this person, but you owe that person an apology. You said you allowed that person to knock you off your square. I never forgot that. Never. And here we are 18, what is it? An additional 8 years later.
Right.
But I never ever forgot that. That was powerful. So somebody
it's
in Chris's corner
before you react. And then sometimes when you think you think back, you say, I wish I would have said this. I wish I could have said that. But then that little voice up there said, it's not your battle. And then it also tells you, you know what, they will reap what they sow. And also it's not for you to have to say at that moment. The perfect opportunity will maybe present itself one.
Yes. And also at this time, Chris Rock has not said anything negatively. What he did say was that he would speak on it a little bit more in a serious matter at a later time.
But some people think that it was a hoax. Some people think that it was a hoax. They feel that they did it for, now all of a sudden Chris is all his stand-up shows are sold out for all this, and Will ain't missing a beat. I just seen Will on TikTok. Millions of people liking his stuff. It's not
that song that he did. Well, that was but that was he did that a couple of months ago prior to this.
They're still. If I seen it and I liked it, so what are you talking about?
Well, what it is, because you guys
saying they're not missing a beat. That's what I'm saying.
They're not, and thank God. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. Right. Thank God for both, because given the history and the work that both of these men have put out there, both of them, I won't take anything from them. I like some of the stuff that Will does. I like some of the things that Chris do, and they both have their successes, and they've been both very credible and very beneficial to our community and to the world in itself. I would never take anything from them. I'm also, now, and I will say this, I'm happy that Will Smith came back and he apologized to that man. He owed him an apology. So I'm glad that he did. Yeah.
They both
to each other.
You keep saying Will Smith, they both did. For every action, there's a reaction. I'm sorry that everybody don't agree with the slap. Do I agree with him slapping him? No. But I just realized that sometimes people if it was real, people just get tired of just sitting back and not having a voice. Even they
Now,
take
yeah.
action. They
That's what.
you did
That's
wrong.
why you. That's what I said. That's why I said what I
It's
said
not
about
even
the
a
cop.
thing.
Yeah.
It's not even a thing of understanding a person saying I'm sorry or whatever. Understand there was a problem there, and they both realized the problem is stirred from these jokes. And Chris said it very well. It's not good. You shouldn't make jokes of people issues and problems. If
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe he knew about her
Yeah.
issue. I don't know, but what
Well, the reason why I pointed out Will Smith in that is because Chris Rock from the onset when it happened, they said that the first thing he did was go to Will during the commercial break and apologize and extend his hand, although Will didn't accept it. So that's why I said in the beginning I applaud Chris Rock on so many levels, because he immediately went in his mind and said, okay, let me apologize for any wrong that I did, and let me contain this. So he didn't retaliate, and he didn't allow it to become this big way out of the box type thing.
You saying because Will didn't accept it, just because.
No, because just because somebody doesn't accept it in that moment doesn't because at the end of the day,
yes. Let me say this. Let me say this. Just because he didn't accept it at that moment doesn't mean, because Chris knew he did something wrong. So he wanted to feel better. He wanted things to get better, but the thing didn't get better just that quick for Will Smith and his wife. I mean, his wife was still sitting there. She didn't get apologized to.
Yes, she did. Yes,
I'm
yes,
saying.
she did.
Well, nobody said. I didn't hear her. I didn't hear nothing about her.
If you go back to, if you can pull up the they showing some of them the behind the scenes. The apology was to the both of them. So
okay.
yes, if you go back, you can look at it. So she did.
It's just a whole lot of mixed feelings. You know
what
I'm saying? At that moment. So
well,
I don't hate neither one of these people. I don't think I don't think that everybody has, a probable cause to hit, smack, talk about, hurt, damage somebody's self-esteem, make them feel some kind of way, even something as simple. Because when what was going on at that point was her hair. And we know that triggered something because she has alopecia.
Yes, ma'am.
So
and
it triggered when she, even though it was simple as G.I. Jane, but when you associate G.I. Jane, you just associate her hair being cut off and her being bald.
So and being a heroine. So let me say that, and being a heroine, being
I don't
a hero.
Know about that part either. See, I never heard of that. See, that's something.
You have to see. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you have to see the movie.
You gotta really
G.I. Jane became a hero.
Really get into it. I'm not that much into it. I'm like this much into it. The reason why I'm this much into it is because we also realize that this affected not just these two people, but our Black folks, period.
Yeah.
And we look at it as an issue with them two, but it's an issue of the way we act when we get a chance.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay. This. Yes. To be able to show all of this time, they asked for this and they finally got it, and it just became.
And as my dad used to say, somebody had to go and show their blackness.
Always.
Unfortunately,
that wasn't the issue for me. That's why much for the smack. It was more for me that y'all got up here and showed y'all behinds, and we got an opportunity to be to how good our people are.
Look at Samuel Jackson. Sam won his first Oscar.
Yeah.
Over 150 movies and all this outstanding performances. Because I love some Samuel Jackson.
Wow.
Hey, Shaft.
Hey.
Love the man. He won his first Oscar. Nobody is talking about that.
No.
Nobody's talking about the fact that Will Packard and his crew pulled one of the most beautiful and exciting Oscars in history, because it had gotten so boring. You'd be like, oh, okay, I'll wait till tomorrow to see who won what. But this time, people were excited. People were talking about how everybody was feeling in there and everything, and it just went out the window.
Yeah, let me say, Cindy Blossom game. She put this on there. Talk about his 7 brothers who's not. They're really upset.
Yeah,
about
they're not. Yeah, Tony Rock has been very,
Yes.
very vocal about that. He's been very vocal, and I just really haven't touched on all of that because
Yeah.
I have 5 sisters, and I know my sisters are protective of me. I know that you have your 4. You know, your sisters and your brother, and they're protective of you.
Exactly.
So that, you know, sometimes silence is golden. So I say this all the time. Sometimes the best words that are spoken are the ones that are never said.
Yes,
everything
right.
does not require a retort.
Exactly.
It just doesn't. Because the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. And God will use the people around you. When he builds that army and encampment around you, baby, you better watch out.
Exactly.
You better watch out.
Exactly.
You better watch out.
I feel like this. Your brothers and sisters, when you got that special moment, they right there watching. They having fun. Oh my God, and then all of a sudden somebody come up there and smack you.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure.
It's like everybody holding on the seats. Well, wait a minute.
Now I gotta give out a PSA announcement. Now, Will.
Come on, y'all.
When you walking down that street, remember them seven brothers. That's all I got to say. But I'm hoping for a very peaceful resolution. I'm hoping that, and I'm pretty sure that they will. I'm pretty sure that they will. I do believe that Will Smith was very sincere.
Right.
And I do believe that Chris Rock was very sincere. So at some point in time, I hope that they do sit down. And then I know that, you know, everybody's saying a lot about Jada, and I did say something about the emasculation because she has been very emasculating towards Will, in my opinion.
Because of her show more than anything.
Right.
Do anything.
Right. Now, and I will say this. Now, dealing with something like alopecia and things of that nature, I understand where she's coming from. I have lupus, and I have been dealing with some things, and my BFF, she can attest to this. I have been out places and my eyes be red, and people have assumed I'm on drugs and everything. So it has hurt my feelings, and I had to learn to not react, because I used to cut them down, but I had to learn to not react so much. But I would not be hurt so bad because people don't know your story. And just because you have something and you dealing with something, you're going through something, they don't know your story. They only see what they see, and they feel that they can make jokes and everything. Now, going back to Chris Rock really quickly, he's a comedian. It's just jokes. Steve Harvey has said it. So many people said, these are just jokes, people. And I learned a long time ago. One of my sisters and I went to a comedy show. She sat on the front row. I sat in the back. She got there. Her boyfriend got there late, and they were on the front row. And oh my God, did that comedian go in on them? And she was hurt and upset. And she said, I'll never do it again. I said, never what? She said, never sit on the front row.
Exactly.
So sometimes
you remember, was it Clump? What was it with Eddie Murphy and Jada Pinkett played in that
the Nutty Professor?
The Nutty Professor, whatever. And girls, right then and there, what happened? The comment went off on.
Yeah,
she should be used to it.
Exactly. And that's the thing. That is the thing. These are just jokes. And I'm gonna tell you something, people. At the end of the day, with everything that we have been going through in this world, I look at the world as one big human spore. You know, we need more laughter. We need more love. And sometimes we got to get out of self and stop being so sensitive about things. We have to. Because beautiful. What? And then let me say this. And I can see her rocking the role of G.I. Jane too. If they were ever to bring that movie back, if those fans of that movie that saw that movie, you guys know what that movie meant, what it symbolized.
Yes.
Come on, Jada.
As far as
G.I. Jane too. I see it.
Give me the part. I'll shake my head.
What? I was apprehensive when I cut mine, and mine was a lot shorter than this.
Yeah, me too.
And
I cut mine.
Yes, and I feel that for all the sisters with with low hair, alopecia, going through some things. Yes,
I would tell you.
You were rocking that. Nothing. That's what I'm saying. Nothing to get offended.
Exactly.
By. You know,
Exactly.
nothing to get offended by.
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna tell you honestly, when Chris first said it, I got excited and I was like,
Right.
oh my God, they're coming out with a G.I. Jane too. A lot of people thought that. So, but like I said, you don't know what's going on internally with people.
Yeah.
So let's love one another. Let's be
Yes,
kind to one another. And
and think about what you say before you say it. That's the main thing. I had to learn that though, and this is the truth. My children can tell you that.
What you had to learn it.
I would think. Sometimes you say stuff and you don't believe that is defensive or offensive.
Yeah, I had to learn because I put my foot.
Yeah,
in my mouth.
And you just put it right up in there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this person starts. Maybe they don't tell you, or they might just start feeling certain kind of ways about you, and you didn't even know. So you really need to think. Know your audience, know your people, know your family, know who you talking to, and realize that you can't just come out and say anything to anybody at all times. It's just,
and never feel that you're too big, too better, or too bad to apologize.
Exactly.
Sometimes that's all it takes. It's the most sincerest apology.
Yep.
And keep in mind, the apology is not, once you apologize, forgiveness can come in.
Yes.
And forgiveness allows you to continue to move forward in life.
Yeah.
And people have more respect for people that's willing to say, you know what, I'm sorry. Marvina can tell, I don't went to so many people and say, you know what, I am so sorry. I really did not mean it this way. Exactly. I apologize. Please accept my apology. And then move on.
Exactly.
Move on.
And move on.
Live to see another day.
They don't accept it. Let me say something. My sister says make amends. Sometimes that word
make amends.
Make amends. Some people don't accept make amends very well. They think it's just another way of copping out. But sometimes when you make amends or apologize, and the other person is not there, they might not be receiving it at that moment. All you can do is just pray about it and let it go, or give it to whoever your God of understanding is let it go, and hope and pray that one day that person will have it in their heart to forgive the offense that you have given them. And now you can't do nothing about that. You can't ponder over it. You ask God to forgive you. You made amends and ask this person to forgive you. Now after that, you can't do anything else.
God, because the minute you ask God, He forgives you. Now that other person, it may take some time, and it's okay. Because Lord knows, it's a couple of people that I know that I need to hold some conversations with, and that I owe some apologies to.
Yeah,
and
me too. Me too.
And I'm having to get it together within me.
Me too.
I'm having to get it together.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm right here on What's in the Bag. Your sister can. I hope she don't matter that I say her name, because I love her. She's my sister too. Your sister Content. I gotta go in, and I know it's in due time when we get the chance to be able to speak to one another and understand that how we feel about each other and love each other, respect each other. That's the main thing, the respect.
Yeah.
And I realized that people got to respect one another. They got to realize that you ain't the same. We're all different. It's a whole lot to this.
Yeah, it is.
That's when inventory comes into.
It is. Yeah. And
apologizing is so hard for a lot of people.
Yeah. Now this person, one of the people I need to apologize to, I cannot say their name out loud. I just won't put them out there like that. But I do. I thought more and more about this the other day, and I really do owe her an apology, because sometimes when you're growing, and you want other people to be there in that growth with you, and they're not, and so you have a tendency to get frustrated. And sometimes things don't come out the way that you expect them to, and you end up snapping on people when you shouldn't. And I did, and I know that I did, and I know that I sincerely owe this person an apology. And before I put their name out there, I want to sit face to face with them and say, okay.
I'm gonna do mine, but I give the voice to the voiceless. I don't mind, because I know this. I'm sincere with mine. And people, and basically, I'm naked and not ashamed. If you want to know, you can ask me. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, and I see. Look, I see what
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, my Vernette Banks, she said making amends means that you are not going to repeat the offense.
Yeah.
I've said I am sorry many times and did the same thing again. So that makes a lot of sense.
That does make a lot of sense.
Yes.
That does make a lot
That
of
makes
sense.
a lot of sense. That makes a lot of
when you
sense.
don't want to be, when you apologize, you don't want to be a repeat offender. And I can say I'm not going to be a repeat offender on those things. And isn't it amazing how we started off with something that the slap heard around the world, and how it makes you think about things about your own situation and different things. That's what's in the bag.
Here, Ed Holman. I hope I didn't say your wrong name. He said, "Will Chris Rock apologize to Jada Smith? Where was his respect for her?" Well, I was told I didn't. Now, Ed, I don't know, because I was just told by my BFF, my co-host, that he did. And the apology for both. The apology was for both of them. To me, I don't believe it's enough, but that's, because I didn't hear about it. So if I didn't hear about it, to me, I heard about him apologizing to Will Smith.
Well, but I will say this: if you go into the, they have some segments or some little episodes, or I don't know what you want to call them, from the behind the scenes. In between, right after the incident happened and they went to commercial break, Chris Rock, he went and he apologized to Will and Jada, and you can also see where he is extending his hand from the stage to them, apologizing. He did apologize. So
Cindy Blossom Gang was replying to Ed and said he said that he loved her before he said his joke on national
TV. That he did.
So I've heard people say they love me, and please, they take love lightly, too lightly. You ask me.
No. Because okay, now let me look at it this way. In my own personal walk, I don't know it. I say some things in haste and jest, but it don't mean that I love that person any less.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you loved her less, but you.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying I'm saying this, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying that he loved her less or more, but you can't say you love me. You can't say you love me and hurt me at the same time. It's hard to feel the love when I'm being hurt. That's what I'm saying.
Now let me say this now.
I love you.
You just spoke some powerful words, and so you have to be careful, because there have been times, and I know my headset went dead. Can you still hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, wonderful. So even, because I know, and oh God, I'm loving this conversation today.
Yeah.
I know, and you know my story, and you know my history, and I have said some things. And I have grown so much. And I have said some things to some people that I truly, truly love and have a lot of respect for. But I was in a place and time in my life where I wasn't whole, I wasn't healthy mentally and spiritually.
Yeah.
And so I said something. It didn't mean that I didn't love those people. It didn't mean that. It just meant that I was not in a place in time in my life to where I could receive and reciprocate.
I got you.
Love in the correct way. You know what I'm saying?
Let's listen to this one last one, because we are actually past our time.
Oh, girl, I'm enjoying this conversation. I can get coffee.
Vernette Banks says some people will not accept your amends, but it's not for them. It's to clean your side of the street. That means I'm clean. I did what I said I was gonna do. Yeah. I made amends. I love you. I appreciate, but now it's really up to the other person.
Well, you know what then? So for me, it's twofold. When I go to apologize to you, to me, it's for the both of us, because some people need to know that you truly do, that you do love them. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't say anything, people kind of feel like, they could care less about what they said to me and how they hurt me. But when you do go to them and say it, it lets them know, okay, so they have been thinking about this. Especially when I apologize and I ask you for forgiveness, the forgiveness is for you and me. Now, if you accept my forgiveness, if you forgive me, wonderful. If you don't, I forgave myself, and I know that God forgave me. Yeah, and I can move forward. So that's why I say for me, it's a two-parter. When you go to make amends, like I will go and say, you know, I am truly sorry.
Yeah.
I don't put forgiveness on me. Please forgive me. Okay. You know, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Well, you know,
it
it
goes so
is
many
what
ways.
it is. But it's really up to the person that you know, if they're going to accept you or not accept their apology, you know, but you did what you were supposed to do. You let them know that you took notice of your offense to them.
Mm-hmm.
You let them know that you apologize for that. And you also let them know that, you know, I'm not ashamed of, you know, basically what I did, but I am sorry to the point that what I did affected you or hurt you or did this to you. You see what I'm saying? So because
at the end of the day, you can never go back and erase what you did.
Okay.
And some people may be ashamed. I know I'm ashamed of some of the stuff that I've said and done. You can't go back and change it, but you can just build. You can only grow from it. People talk about foundations. Foundations come in many shapes and forms. If it's a negative foundation that you're building from, that means everything going up needs to be on a positive note.
Well, I'm not saying not ashamed that, like in a bad note, but everything is a lesson and a blessing.
I got you. Not ashamed to come before you and say I'm sorry.
Because I've learned from what I've done to you. I had to, and I'm sorry, some things don't always go off in the good note. Sometimes you meet people and y'all don't even hit it off in the beginning, and then when you get to know them, you become good friends.
Yeah.
Because you learn from that mistake or learn these people. You want to, and then sometimes you hit it right off.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean by just, you know, maybe that was a poor choice of words, more or less. I apologize. I understand. And it'll never happen again. And let us grow from this.
See, I love that. Because something that you summarize that with, it's all about growth. It's all about growth.
Well, girl, we got to get up off this.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that, and I'm believing that.
Yes.
Will Smith, Chris Rock, and Jada Pinkett. I really believe that they're going to be the stronger for it, because it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. You know, you set that fire, baby. You set that fire, and it burns it down to nothing, and then it grows into some of the most beautiful forests that you've ever seen.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what I believe.
Okay, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I wish y'all come on and be a part. I'm hoping one day y'all be a part of this What's in the Bag, our early morning. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to be a part of us, I would love for you to go on our website and do our questions.
Anytime you guys want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's at www.what'sinthebag.co. We want to talk about it. We would love for y'all to come and talk about it. Also, if you want to call us in or come on the phone lines and talk and just hear your voice. You don't even have to be on. We can just hear your voice. And you can call in at the 1-800. Go ahead, Vaughn. You tell them. Can you see it, girl?
I sure. Look. Yes, I can see it. 800-891-7404 is our toll-free number. Or you can reach us on our local line at 706-585-6435.
That's right.
We typically open up the lines about maybe 15 to 20 minutes into the conversation. Conversation got so deep today that we didn't. I do thank everybody for the comments that you guys put into the chat. Yes. And let me say this: if you guys want to, let's keep the conversation going. Go visit us at on our website at what'sinthebag.com. Go and visit us there, and also that we can keep the conversation going on our What's in the Bag
Facebook,
Instagram. We can do it on Facebook, and put the I promise you, we will go back and we will take and reply.
Look at it again.
Believe it or not, it's a healthy conversation. It's a healthy conversation. It allows you to see yourself as well and different choices and things that you may make in certain situations. That's all that I'm saying, people. My motto is this: stay blessed, be a blessing, and have a blessed day.
And my motto is
what's in the bag?
again. Hope we see
Yes.
you on next Saturday. Love you.
Yes. Be blessed, everybody.